Hey guys, what's up? Eric Tanzi with www.paravinum.com. That's Paravinum for Prepare the Wine. www.paravina.com. Go and check us out. Today we're in the mountains of North Carolina, up by Blowing Rock. Just visited a killer wine shop called The Marketplace at Blowing Rock. It has a really fancy wine shop inside, coolest gas station / wine shop I've ever been. The wine associate in there is a really cool guy. He's really knowledgeable, really helpful, and he got me onto two Pinot Noirs that I'm really familiar with, but I really enjoy them a lot, and it's kind of exciting to bring them to you. Pinot Noir is probably the most sought after grape in all the world. It's definitely the most notarized grape. Its home was in Burgundy, France, namely the Côte d'Or or the Romanée-Conti. Some of the most expensive wines in the world come from that region. Some of the most expensive Pinot Noir in the world come from that region. Pinot Noir is also one of the leading grapes in Champagne, from Champagne, France, sparkling wine. Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and Pinot Noir. So very, very famous grape, very popular grape. It's a medium-bodied grape. It's one of the hardest grapes in the world to grow because of its thin and fickle skin. It takes a very precise climate. It needs to be very, very cool in the mornings and in the evenings. It needs to be dry and warm during the day. Also, fog helps it out a lot, and so it's a very difficult grape to grow, and because it's so difficult to grow, that's why the prices in Pinot Noir are usually in that $20 and up price range. Now, a lot of people have had Pinot Noir and have told me I don't really like Pinot Noir, and that's because they're spending in that $10 to $15 price range all the time for their Pinot Noir. And not to say that there's no good Pinot Noirs, because there are a lot of great ones in that price range, but if you really, really want to know the essence of a Pinot Noir, that $20 and up price range in almost all regions of the world, California, France, of course, even Australia, Washington, you know, everybody's got Pinot Noir. There's particular regions in each country that are producing Pinot Noir, and you kind of just got to dabble around, find which one's your favorite. You're going to have to try them all. But today we're going to stick around in California, and two awesome winemakers, and that's why I've chosen these two Pinot Noirs. Meiomi is made by Joseph Wagner, who is Chuck Wagner's son. He's a 5th generation winemaker. Chuck Wagner's pretty young, has been making wine well in his teens and kind of moved up, and he now owns Meiomi, the Meiomi line, and also Bella Glo. Meiomi means coast, in the native Waluka tribe and Yucca tribe, I believe, is what the two tribes are that have that language that means coast, which Meiomi is what the word is for coast in those native languages. So the grapes that Joseph Wagner has chosen are Pinot Noir, 100% Pinot Noir, and he's chosen them from 3 different regions. He chose it from Sonoma County, Monterey County, and Santa Barbara. Which is really funny because the second wine we're going to talk about is Cherry Tart, who is also made by a fabulous winemaker who's my favorite, which we've talked about on Paravina.com before, Jason Woodbridge, the old Canadian paratrooper, cancer survivor, highest rated winemaker in the United States, and he makes Cherry Tart Pinot Noir, and guess where he gets his Pinot Noir from to make that particular bottle? Sonoma County, Monterey, and Santa Barbara. Actually, the grapes that he gets are from the Los Alamos, from Alta Loma, and from Rogers Creek, which is in Sonoma. So it's kind of funny that two really, really awesome winemakers who were sourcing grapes out of really amazing vineyards chose to make their Pinot Noirs from those 3 different regions. It's kind of exciting to me. You know, that they would both be on the same page, so they must be important. Both these wines are in the $20 price range. You can find them at your local wine shop. Kind of hard to find these. Meiomi, sometimes you can find them at a grocery store, sometimes not, but Cherry Tart, I don't think I've ever seen it in a grocery store in North Carolina, but you know, you just have to look around and seek it out. So without further ado, let's give both these Pinot Noirs a quick taste. I'm using plastic wine glasses today because we're on vacation, so I didn't want to pack glass because inevitably it'd get broken in the luggage. So first we're going to go with the Meiomi. And again, that was Joseph Wagner. Chuck Wagner, if you don't know who Chuck Wagner is, Chuck Wagner makes the famous Caymus. And the Wagner family also makes Conundrum. So if you ever see Caymus and Conundrum, they're a little bit more expensive. Conundrum's not, it's about $20, but Caymus is around that $50 price range. So right off the bat, it's that really, really purple ruby color. You can kind of see through it. Most Pinot Noir you can actually see through because it's usually light to medium bodied. Pinot Noir, again, it pairs really well with chicken, a lot of spicy foods. They actually say that Pinot Noir pairs with most foods. It's one of the most food pairing wines out there, grapes out there, Pinot Noir. So just a really, really, really pretty color. It's just a really red, dark, like a blood red, but you can see through it if you can imagine that. Cherry, raspberry, a little currant. I'm really just like cherry pie ice cream, you know, like cherry pie and ice cream. With a little vanilla hint to it. So on the palate, you get that real light-bodied texture in your mouth, not very heavy on tannins, light tannins, not really sucking the moisture out. It's just a very light-bodied, but very notable on the palate strawberries right now. A lot of that strawberry, a lot of red and black fruit, and that really soft vanilla touch to it. It's a really fabulous wine. One of the most famous master sommeliers, I can't even remember her name right now. I'm having a mind lapse, but she actually referred to Pinot Noir as sex in a glass, and so it's it does really carry that out. It's kind of like sex in a glass. Actually, it's just a very, very luscious wine. Definitely something to serve to the ladies, gentlemen. It's a really good romantic wine. It really sets the mood. It's a very elegant is the word I'm looking for. A very elegant wine. This one's a little lighter in color. It's not as blood red. This is almost like a prunish red. The smell is a lot darker, almost more blackberry. Little cassis. And it's just, it tastes a lot. It tastes like it's going to be a lot more bold. And so the other one was like a Marciano cherry. This would be like the black cherry that you get from the grocery store taste, but both very elegant, very, very nice. Well worth the $20. Guys, if you're drinking, if you haven't had Pinot Noir in that $20 and up price range, definitely start with these two guys. Joseph Wagner, Jason Woodbridge, awesome winemakers. If you want more on Jason Woodbridge, he also did the wine If You See K, which is down on our website, so check that out. If you haven't been to Blowing Rock, North Carolina, gorgeous, awesome, lots of hiking, lots of rugged stuff to do, and that wine shop up there, the marketplace, looks like a gas station, but inside very surprising, very friendly, very welcoming, and they have a really fantastic selection of wine. Guys, get down to your local wine shop, start trying some new juice. Hit us up on our website, hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on YouTube. If you guys have any questions, you got my email address on the website. Hit us up, and until next time, guys, PairVinum.com. Cheers.